Welcome to the first trip of Rizal. May 3, 1882, Rizal left the Philippines for the first time. He boarded Salvador using a passport of Jose Mercado which was procured for him by his uncle Antonio Rivera. His first trip abroad was bound for Spain. May 9, 1882, Singapore. The first stopover of Rizal on his way to Spain. Rizal boarded the boat Dizemna to continue his trip to Spain. May 18, 1882. It was Rizal's journey to Colombo, Sri Lanka that was important for him to improve his knowledge of the French language while he on board French ship Dizemna. June 2, 1882, Egypt. He arrived at the Suez Canal en route to Marseilles. June 11, 1882. He arrived at the city of Naples, Italy for 1 hour, and this was the first European ground he set foot on. June 12 to 15, 1882, France. The boat anchored at Marseilles, France, and he boarded at the Noailles Hotel. June 16, 1882, Spain. Rizal arrived at Barcelona, Spain, and boarded in the Fonda de España. September 2, 1882, he left Barcelona for Madrid to pursue his medical studies in the Universidad Central de Madrid. He also took courses in philosophy and letters and took French, German, and English lessons from private tutors. June 15, 1883, France. He left Madrid for Paris, France to spend his summer vacation and to observe the big French city. February 3, 1883, Rizal arrived at the town of Heidelberg, Germany. Rizal was so enamored with the Heidelberg flower that he wrote a beautiful poem about them, To the Flowers of Heidelberg. June 19, 1887, Switzerland. Rizal celebrated his 26th birthday in Geneva, and his attitude towards revolution was manifested in his letters to Blumentritt. July 2, 1887, France. He arrived at Marseilles to search the bodegas of the Meroa guerrillas for the box of merchandise. June 27, 1887, he arrived at Rome, Italy, and walked around the city. He visited the Capitolio, the Rocca-Tarpia, the Platinum, the Forum Romanum, the Museum Capitolinum, and the Church of Santa Maria the Maggiore. Welcome to the second trips of Rizal. February 8, 1888, Hong Kong. Rizal boarded in the house of Jose Manabasa after 5 days trip from Philippines. February 28, 1888, Japan. He studied the habits and customs of the Japanese people, their language, theaters, and commerce. April 16, 1888, United States of America. Rizal arrived at San Francisco, California, and he boarded at the Palace Hotel, and he went around for observation of the city. May 16, 1888, England, United Kingdom. He arrived at Liverpool, England, and boarded at the Adelphi Hotel. In London, he published the second edition of the Non-Limitang Heres. February 12, 1890, he arrived at Brussels, Belgium. September 25, 1891, Valin Ventura sent Rizal in Ghent, Belgium, 200 frames for the publication's expenses of the Philly. February 11, 1891, Rizal finished writing his book El Filibusterismo in Beatrice, France. That's the end of the long travels of Rizal.